Language Foundations Vocabulary Flashcards, helping you achieve understanding.
Gain heat or get hot. The room heated up quickly. Make hot or hotter. The sun heats the oceans. The sensation caused by heat energy. Arouse or excite feelings and passions. Utility to warm a building. The heating system wasn't working. The trait of being intensely emotional. A form of energy that is transferred by a difference in temperature. The presence of heat. Applies to non-human mammals, a state or period of heightened sexual arousal and activity. A preliminary race in which the winner advances to a more important race. Provide with heat. Heat the house. Gain heat or get hot. Make hot or hotter. Make more intense. Gain heat or get hot. Make more powerful. Make more intense. A quality proceeding from feelings of affection or love. The sensation caused by heat energy. A warm-hearted feeling. The trait of being intensely emotional. The quality of having a moderate degree of heat. An agreeable warmth in the house. Arouse or excite feelings and passions. Begin to smoke. Cause to start burning, subject to fire or great heat. Great heat can ignite almost any dry matter. Start to burn or burst into flames. Marsh gases ignited suddenly. Start or maintain a fire in. Arouse or excite feelings and passions. The ostentatious way of living of the rich ignites the hatred of the poor. Cause to start burning. Catch fire. Arouse or excite feelings and passions. Become inflamed, get sore. His throat inflamed. Cause inflammation in. The repetitive motion inflamed her joint. Change the arrangement or position of. Provoke or stir up. Arouse or excite feelings and passions. Try to stir up public opinion. The consequences of an event, especially a catastrophic event. In the wake of the accident, no one knew how many had been injured. Stop sleeping. A vigil held over a corpse the night before burial. There's no weeping at an Irish wake. The wave that spreads behind a boat as it moves forward. The motorboat's wake capsized the canoe. Cause to become awake or conscious. Please wake me at 6 a.m. Arouse or excite feelings and passions. An island in the western Pacific between Guam and Hawaii. Be awake, be alert, be there. Make aware of. Utility to warm a building. The heating system wasn't working. The process of becoming warmer, a rising temperature. Utility to warm a building. Utility to warm a building. The heating system wasn't working. Any object of warm affection or devotion. He has a passion for cockfighting. A strong feeling or emotion. Something that is desired intensely. The suffering of Jesus at the crucifixion. The trait of being intensely emotional. An irrational but irresistible motive for a belief or action. A feeling of strong sexual desire. A form of energy that is transferred by a difference in temperature. The presence of heat. A state of sexual arousal. The presence of heat. A hot spiciness. Applies to non-human mammals. A state or period of heightened sexual arousal and activity. Type genus of the Estridae, sheep botflies. Applies to non-human mammals. A state or period of heightened sexual arousal and activity. Hollow out in the form of a furrow or groove. A settled and monotonous routine that is hard to escape. They fell into a conversational rut. Applies to non-human mammals. A state or period of heightened sexual arousal and activity. A groove or furrow, especially one in soft earth caused by wheels. Be in a state of sexual excitement, of male mammals. To break and turn over earth, especially with a plow. Turn the earth in the spring. Twist suddenly so as to sprain. I turned my ankle and couldn't walk for several days. Pass into a condition gradually, take on a specific property or attribute, become. The weather turned nasty. Cause to move around a center so as to show another side of. Turn a page of a book. Undergo a change or development. The water turned into ice. Let something fall or spill from a container. Turn the flour onto a plate. Cause a plastic object, to assume a crooked or angular form. The strong man could turn an iron bar. Undergo a transformation or a change of position or action. We turned from socialism to capitalism. Pass to the other side of. Turn the corner. Have recourse to or make an appeal or request for help or information to. She turned to her relatives for help. Turning or twisting around, in place. A favor for someone. He did me a good turn. Change to the contrary. The tides turned against him. Game. The activity of doing something in an agreed succession. It is my turn. A short performance that is part of a longer program. A circular segment of a curve. Sports. A division during which one team is on the offensive. A time period for working, after which you will be relieved by someone else. A movement in a new direction. The turning of the wind. An unforeseen development. Events suddenly took an awkward turn. The act of changing or reversing the direction of the course. He took a turn to the right. Go sour or spoil. The cream has turned, we have to throw it out. Accomplish by rotating. Turn a somersault. Alter the functioning or setting of. Turn the dial to 10. Become officially 1 year older. She is turning 50 this year. Cause to change or turn into something different. Assume new characteristics. The princess turned the frog into a prince by kissing him. Cause to move along an axis or into a new direction. Turn your face to the wall. Cause to move around or rotate. Turn a key. Change color. In Vermont, the leaves turn early. Change orientation or direction, also in the abstract sense. The mugger turned and fled before I could see his face. Channel one's attention, interest, thought, or attention toward or away from something. The pedophile turned to boys for satisfaction. Direct at someone. She turned a smile on me. Get by buying and selling. The company turned a good profit after a year. Move around an axis or a center. The wheels are turning. Shape by rotating on a lathe or cutting device or a wheel. Turn the legs of the table. Taking a short walk out and back. We took a turn in the park. The act of turning away or in the opposite direction. He made an abrupt turn away from her. To send or let go. They turned away the crowd at the gate of the governor's mansion. Undergo a transformation or a change of position or action. Insert words into texts, often falsifying it thereby. Cause to change. Make different, cause a transformation. The advent of the automobile may have altered the growth pattern of the city. Become different in some particular way, without permanently losing one's or its former characteristics or essence. Remove the ovaries of. Make an alteration to. This dress needs to be altered. Lay aside, abandon, or leave for another. The car changed lanes. Cause to change. Make different, cause a transformation. The discussion has changed my thinking about the issue. Exchange or replace with another, usually of the same kind or category. He changed his name. An event that occurs when something passes from one state or phase to another. The change was intended to increase sales. Become different in some particular way, without permanently losing one's or its former characteristics or essence. Her mood changes in accordance with the weather. Give to, and receive from, one another. Would you change places with me? Become deeper in tone. His voice began to change when he was 12 years old. Change from one vehicle or transportation line to another. She changed in Chicago on her way to the East Coast. A difference that is usually pleasant. It is a refreshing change to meet a woman mechanic. A different or fresh set of clothes. She brought a change in her overnight bag. A relational difference between states, especially between states before and after some event. He attributed the change to their marriage. A thing that is different. He inspected several changes before selecting one. Change clothes. Put on different clothes. Coins of small denomination regarded collectively. He had a pocketful of change. Money received in return for its equivalent in a larger denomination or a different currency. He got change for a 20 and used it to pay the taxi driver. Remove or replace the coverings of. Father had to learn how to change the baby. The action of changing something. The change of government had no impact on the economy. The balance of money received when the amount you tender is greater than the amount due. I paid with a 20 and pocketed the change. The result of alteration or modification. There were marked changes in the lining of the lungs. Undergo a change. Become different in essence, losing one's or its original nature. She changed completely as she grew older. Cause to change. Make different, cause a transformation. Add a modifier to a constituent. Make less severe or harsh or extreme. Please modify this letter to make it more polite. The degree of hotness or coldness of a body or environment, corresponding to its molecular activity. The somatic sensation of cold or heat. Call forth emotions, feelings, and responses. Arouse pity. Summon into action or bring into existence, often as if by magic. Stop sleeping. To begin moving. Cause to become awake or conscious. Cause to be alert and energetic. Stimulate sexually. This movie usually arouses the male audience. Call forth emotions, feelings, and responses. Raise a smile. Summon into action or bring into existence, often as if by magic. Raise the specter of unemployment. Cause to become alive again. Raise from the dead. The act of raising something. Firemen learn several different raises for getting ladders up. Cause to puff up with 11. Invigorate or heighten. Cause to assemble or enlist in the military. Raise an army. The amount of salary is increased. He got a 3% raise. Give a promotion to or assign to a higher position. An upward slope or grade, as in a road. Put an end to. Raise a siege. Put forward for consideration or discussion. Raise the question of promotions. Raise from a lower to a higher position. Move upwards. Increase. Cultivate by growing, often involving improvements by means of agricultural techniques. We raise hogs here. Construct, build, or erect. Raise in rank or condition. Look after a child until it is an adult. Raise a family. Activate or stir up. Raise a mutiny. Bet more than the previous player. Bid, one's partner's suit, at a higher level. Bring, a surface or a design, into relief and cause to project. Raised edges. Cause to be heard or known, express or utter. Raise a shout. Collect funds for a specific purpose. The president raised several $1 million for his college. Create a disturbance, especially by making a great noise. Raise hell. Establish radio communications with. They managed to raise Hanoi last night. Increasing the size of a bet, as in poker. I'll see your raise and double it. Multiply, a number, by itself a specified number of times. 8 is 2 raised to the power 3. Pronounce, vowels, by bringing the tongue closer to the roof of the mouth. Raise your O. Raise the level or amount of something. Raise my salary. Call forth emotions, feelings, and responses. Evoke or provoke to appear or occur. Her behavior provoked a quarrel between the couple. Provide the needed stimulus for. Annoy continually or chronically. Call forth emotions, feelings, and responses. Cause to start burning. The setting sun kindled the sky with oranges and reds. Catch fire. The dried grass of the prairie kindled, spreading the flames for miles. Call forth emotions, feelings, and responses. Provide with fuel. Oil fires the furnace. Start firing a weapon. Go off or discharge. The gun fired. The process of combustion of inflammable materials producing heat and light and, often, smoke. Fire was one of our ancestors' first discoveries. Start or maintain a fire in. Fire the furnace. Feelings of great warmth and intensity. Become ignited. The furnace wouldn't fire. The act of firing weapons or artillery at an enemy. Hold your fire until you can see the whites of their eyes. Intense adverse criticism. Clinton directed his fire at the Republican Party. Terminate the employment of. Discharge from an office or position. The boss fired his secretary today. Cause to go off. Fire a gun. Destroy by fire. A fireplace in which a relatively small fire is burning. They sat by the fire and talked. A severe trial. He went through fire and damnation. Bake in a kiln so as to harden. Fire pottery. Drive out or away by or as if by fire. The soldiers were fired. Fuel that is burning and is used as a means for cooking. Put the kettle on the fire. Generate an electrical impulse. The neurons fired fast. Once thought to be one of 4 elements composing the universe, Empedocles. The event of something burning, often destructive. They lost everything in the fire. Call forth emotions, feelings, and responses. Evoke sympathy. Summon into action or bring into existence, often as if by magic. Evoke or provoke to appear or occur. Call to mind. This remark evoked sadness. Deduce, a principle, or construe, a meaning.
Become our student and get access to effective and free educational materials. Subscribe to our YouTube channel to become a part of our growing YouTube community and to learn English effectively.